Welcome to Rutgers Around the World, a special 6-episode series celebrating the university's international history and its connection with the global community. We bring you this program as part of our 250th anniversary celebration. Hi, I'm Rutgers alum Gabriela Millian.
And I'm Bruno Ferreira, a current Rutgers student. Rutgers maintains these relationships through its Gaia Centers. Gaia stands for Global Advancement and International Affairs. In this premiere episode, we'll focus on Rutgers' relationships around the world.
These international ties offer a wide range of opportunities for students and faculty across Rutgers to collaborate with people and institutions across the globe.
And you might not realize it, but Rutgers has been an international university since the beginning. Here's how.
Hello, Rutgers!
Revolutionary for 250 years.
Every day, tens of thousands of students come here to this intellectual melting pot, where ideas and cultures flow together among what might just be America's most diverse student body.
An echoing theme as Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey, celebrates a major milestone in its history.
Happy birthday, Rutgers!
A story that began with its days as Queens College and host to the first college football game in America, and one that continues to unfold with its membership in the ultra-exclusive Big Ten Conference.
It's a touchdown!
And the addition of Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences.
We had a marvelous gift given to us when we were allowed to merge the former University of Medicine and Dentistry of New Jersey into Rutgers University.
There's a lot to be proud of. Rutgers is the 8th oldest college in the United States and is highly ranked among the world's leading 1,000 universities. With 31 schools across 3 major locations and a breadth of course offerings, Rutgers is a research powerhouse and home to award-winning faculty.
We have a tremendous amount to offer in terms of a variety of programming, a variety of student interests, a variety of faculty expertise and activities.
Rutgers educates more than 67,000 students each year from every state in the U.S. and more than 115 countries around the world. And in 2011, it was time to boost Rutgers' international profile.
Initially, it was mainly about international students and maybe students going abroad. Over the years, we have more and more engaged building strategic partnerships, creating service learning programs in a way that it became really a hallmark. The internationalization is part of our DNA now.
The university created the Centers for Global Advancement and International Affairs, or Gaia Centers, to do just that.
There are aspects of our globalization strategy that are central to Rutgers' vision of a global future for our students and the people we interact with.
Though the university formalized its International Affairs Unit, the Gaia Centers, Rutgers' global mindset can be traced back to its roots, across the Atlantic in the Netherlands.
The Dutch Reformed Church founded Rutgers in 1766 as a training place for pastors. So it already was a very globalized institution from its inception.
The Dutch ties were once again in focus when Queens College was renamed Rutgers almost 60 years later, after a prominent philanthropist and colonel.
Henry Rutgers. He's an interesting person. His connection with Rutgers was that as a highly esteemed member of the Dutch Church, he sat on its board of trustees for several years, and he gave the school some money.
And the connection doesn't end there. John Henry Livingston, the university's 4th president, turned to his alma mater, Utrecht University in the Netherlands, when he needed inspiration.
He helped design the seal of Rutgers with a starburst pattern on it, which was similar to the one that they had in Utrecht. He also took the motto and transformed it a little bit, and it became Rutgers' original motto.
The relationship remains strong. Rutgers now has an enriching 2-week honors exchange program with Utrecht, and even commemorated the 250th anniversary with a Rutgers University Glee Club performance at Utrecht.
So on behalf of President Barchi and all of us at Rutgers, we would like to give you this plaque to commemorate 250 years of friendship between your institution and ours.
For more than 100 years, Rutgers was a private men's college that trained ministers for the Dutch Reformed Church. It was this link that paved the way for Rutgers' first international students from Japan.
The Japanese were closed for over 200 years and they were forced open by the United States government. This sparked a huge interest in all things Western. There was a Dutch missionary, Guido Verbeek, who was posted in Japan at the time, and so it was only natural that some of Verbeck's students would start to get interested in coming to the United States. And of course, he recommended Rutgers.
The Yokoi brothers of Kumamoto, Japan, were the first international students to attend Rutgers. They arrived in the U.S. in 1866 without permission from the Japanese government. A year later, a brilliant samurai named Kusakabe Taro followed.
I literally saw myself as an explorer.
He was first in his class here at Rutgers. He was the first Japanese ever elected to Phi Beta Kappa. And tragically, he died a few weeks before his graduation in 1870, and he is buried in the Willow Street Cemetery.
The influx of international students laid the foundation for a global Rutgers, a mission that the Gaia Centers continues to advance through its programs, services, and education opportunities throughout the university.
Many of the opportunities are certainly global opportunities around the world. So we don't want students to be just educated about what goes on in New Jersey. They have to be extremely aware of what goes on beyond the U.S. borders.
Here's undergraduate student and reporter Sienna Jones with more on the Gaia Centers.
Thanks, Gabriella. The Gaia Centers provide opportunities for all members of the Rutgers community to get involved globally, either on campus or abroad. Let's take a look.
What are the Gaia Centers?
Gaia stands for Global Advancement in International Affairs.
The Gaia Center is a comprehensive unit that provides programs on global topics, facilitates international relationships, offers study abroad programs, and provides immigration processes for 7,000 international students and scholars annually.
Thinking about the world in a global sense, not in a local or regional sense. That's what Gaia is all about.
What units make up the Gaia Centers, and what do they do?
The Gaia Centers is currently composed of 3 centers: the Center of Global Programs and Relations, the Center for Global Education, and the Center for Global Services.
The Gaia Centers have as a primary mission to foster internationalization across Rutgers.
What does the Center for Global Programs and Relations do, and how does it affect me?
I think they host events that have to do with international topics. I actually went to one last year that brought a UN alumni to Rutgers. It was very, very informative, and I would definitely go to one again.
The Center for Global Programs and Relations provides a menu of options for students to be globally engaged.
We had actually, about a dozen events that happened throughout the year. Film screenings to panel discussions, distinguished lectures, symposia.
We also connect faculty with each other and with global partners.
Right now we have over 300 active agreements in approximately 60 countries. They cover a range of activities, including research collaboration, faculty and staff exchange.
The biennial theme provides funding to faculty to submit proposals on various themes. In 2015, we launched a 2-year program on the theme of global urbanism. Global urbanism looks at the role of cities and the way they play in shaping the lives of people and cultures.
And the Gaia grants are a way for the Center for Global Programs and Relations to foster international teaching and research at Rutgers.
The grants that the Gaia Center provides faculty are very important because sometimes you have to have a little extra money to be able to do global projects.
The Gaia grants enabled me to make contact with a variety of people working on zoonosis in different contexts.
The Gaia grant has allowed us to pay the costs of the supplies and to basically make it a much higher level training program.
What is the role of the Center for Global Education at the Gaia Centers?
I went through them to study abroad 2 years ago. I went to Italy. It was the best experience of my life.
We have over 160 programs in over 50 countries, both study abroad, service learning programs. They range from academic year and semester programs to short-term programs of 1 week to 6 weeks.
The Center for Global Education is focused on sending students overseas. Undergraduate and graduate students study abroad, basically, and other kinds of international learning opportunities.
I went with a lot of doubts about medical school and what I want to do in the future. Being in India helped clear out my doubts and see what kind of track I want to take in the future.
For our outgoing students, we are advising them on a one-to-one basis, finding the best possible match given their interests. There are certainly scholarships available to make study abroad affordable.
What I miss most about Brazil is probably the people that we met while we were down there. You saw the distinctions between